Hello again, it's Martin here again, and in this video I wanted to talk about would I still recommend going into a physical trade today? And I guess the short answer is yes, I would, but it bases things on two factors for people, I think. One is, are you practical? In other words, would you prefer to do something more practical rather than do something that's internet based or office based? Because I think that's quite important, because sometimes people assume that they're able to do something practical, and then when they come to do it they're not actually enjoying it. So I think that's quite important. Are you Do you feel more practical than say doing something like office work? And if that's the case, I would say definitely, um, I would still do this trade, because I think with tradesmen, the other thing I would say is that um, we're looking at changes all the time. The way things are going, we have AI now. We have possibly in the future we have people AI basically taking jobs. But the thing is, when you do something physical, yes, I'm sure at some point that will come and we'll have robots to do it, I'm sure. But at this moment in time, and for the very near future, for sure, don't know how long that might be, I think doing a physical job is still going to be part of everybody's life. Um, but what would and the other thing is, well, I think with being in a physical job, um, you have to think about um, also about the demands of being a physical job. Now I've talked about this in other videos before, that I've been doing this now for 40 years. So the demands of a physical job as you get older starts to become more harder, because your body is taking a lot of pressure over the years of doing something physical. Um, but the good side of it, I think, is having the good practical skills um, is satisfying. Being self employed, I think, is quite satisfying. And also the satisfaction of, if you like, completing the jobs that you do. Um, when you look back at doing your own work, and when you look back at doing something that you've done, you know, with your hands, practical, there is a certain amount, well, a large amount of satisfaction when you see what you've done and you've completed. So I think from that point of view, if you're got a practical way of, if you feel like you like doing practical sides of work, it is quite satisfying. However, the difficult side of it, as I've already pointed out, is it's the physical wear over time, which obviously is going to take its toll. Pressure of self-employment. Um, there's lots of different ways we get pressure. We get pressure from being self-employment. Obviously, finances. We have to make sure we've got. We hope we have enough work to keep us going financially. Um, and of course, like I just said, long-term impact on the body. Um, but overall, I would say doing a physical job now is still got quite a big future, in my opinion. Um, and the way things are going, um, we may not have as many people doing this because of the variety of jobs that now are out there, which people are looking into a lot more. Um, so I think if you're looking at it from a future point of view, I think there's a big future in doing being a tradesman and doing something practical. Um, would I would I do it again? I think I would. I would. Well, I'm pretty certain I would. I would change the way I've done things, possibly over the course of time since I've been in self-employment, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. Um, there's lots of little tweaks I would probably have made, which I think in the long term would have helped me in my business, and maybe helped me in my physical side of things as well. Um, but bottom line, yes, I think there's still, and I would still probably do this job, um, because I know that there's a good future in it if it's done properly. Um, and I don't know about you guys out there, whether you feel in the same way. People that have been doing this trade, how do you feel? Would you change, or would you do it again? Um, and how would you do it again? Would you look at different ways in which you approached your self-employed business, um, in terms of, I don't know, financially as well as physically? Um, so if you've got any comments, if you've got any ideas of um, what you would do, I'd love to hear it. So for now, I just put that video out there because I think it's definitely a good future still in this business. And yeah, so leave me your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.